Depression is the fourth most common cause of disease in women and the seventh most common cause in men. So let's first understand what is depression and what are the causes, how do we really understand it in more common terms. Depression is not just extreme sadness. It affects the brain and the body. It affects our cognitive abilities. It affects our behavior. It affects our immune systems. It affects our nervous system too. It's constant. It's oppressive. It impacts our daily functioning of our work, in school, our relationships. It starts impacting, our entire life. And I think it's important also to understand that, there are varying degrees of depression.
Yeah. Depression can be, on a continuum from mild, which maybe all of us have felt at some point in time, to moderate, where it may last for a prolonged period, 2 weeks or more. And sometimes it can be quite severe, where one may actually find it difficult to do even day-to-day functions, like even getting out of bed, or cooking a meal, or going to, work. So really to think about it as something which can happen over a continuum of mild, moderate and severe.
Yeah. And also to know the difference, it's not just low mood. We often use this, I'm depressed, but it has just more than feeling low. Like you're saying, it can have prolonged impact on my day-to-day activities. And there could be dysfunctional depression where I can't do my daily chores, and the severity could be high, and I could be on a highly functional depression and I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do in my daily life and still be depressed on a severity. I think even to make the difference between just having a low mood and feeling depressed, and having depression.
And I think important also to understand, depression can be caused by a loss, and grief, and the difference between that and a clinical depression. Because that can be, we take time, grief, because grief comes in waves, whereas depression is there, it's there at the back all the time. So understanding these differences is also helpful for people going through it, and even people who are living with the person who's depressed.
Yeah.
I think because the support and the care that the person who's going through, I think plays a very big part in the prognosis and in the how it can get treated.
It's quite possible that it doesn't get picked up or understood even by the person who's going through it, and people around them, because we tend to be like, maybe you're just sad, or why are you sad? But to really see that it is beyond just feeling sad about something, but it's a persistent feeling of sadness, which doesn't, sometimes there may not be any immediate trigger, and yet one feels like
not
that,
good about
not
life.
good about what you was, as we were discussing it, the helplessness and the hopelessness that is, that feels then part of one's very being.